أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ورتل القرآن ترتيلا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, welcome to lesson 45. And as you know that we are practicing alamatul waqf, punctuation marks, the rules regarding where to stop and where to start. Now, in the previous lessons, we covered some punctuation marks, some symbols and signs of waqf, the stop. Now, in front of you in this screen, it is called Moanika. And Moanika means to embrace. Here, the reciter may pause at one place only, first or second, not at the both. Now, the first example in the Holy Quran we find in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse number 3, and it is very famous. Dhalikal kitabu la raiba, and you can find 3 dots there. You see 2 dots and 1 on the top, and after that the next word is fihi, and again 3 dots are there. This is called waqf mu'anika or waqful mu'anika, the embracing stop, where 2 stops of waqf or pause are closing together or embracing each other. And then we find hudal lil muttaqin, and verse ends. Now, the point is here that a reader, the reciter, is allowed only to take one option, either option A or option B. For example, if one reciter starts, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, dhalikal kitabu la raib, he is not allowed or she is not allowed to stop on fi, because the in between the 2 stops, option A and option B, that phrase, 1 word, maybe 2 words, maybe more, that will be ambiguous and meaningless. The flow of meaning will not be there, and the message will be compromised. For example, dhalikal kitabu la raib, this is a perfect book, there is no doubt. Okay, and next is fihi, in it. Hudal lil muttaqin, it is a guidance for the righteous. If you say fihi, in it, it is its meaning is not clear. So what is which subject is being spoken of? So either you can stop on the first option or on the second one. So I would like to start with Adil, if you could start ta'awuz and do this one, and take whatever you like, first or second option.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Okay, now in this example you have taken the second option. Okay, so are you allowed to take to stop on the first la raib and again fi? Can you? No, only take one. Okay, now Abdul Manan, you have to take the first option for the sake of practice. Okay, and then you continue from fihi to last.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Okay. You see, many times you have listened to ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. This is quite common. Though ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ and فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ, you know, that is also allowed. Now, on your, you know, on there are 3 punctuation marks, 3 symbols of stop and pause. First is Jim, and then Salah, and then 3 dots. And the second, you know, in between the two, the top one and the lower one, this Salah, this symbol of pause also indicates to continue. Okay. But it is also very important that if you take the second option, for example, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ, it doesn't mean that you have to, you know, start after that. You can, you know, from the first option as well. For example, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه. I have taken the second option. You see the pause 2, but I am not starting, I am not going forward, you know, from هدى للمتقين. I am allowed to start from the first option, which is from فيه. فيه هدى للمتقين. I again give you example. I will give you 3 examples. First, in the first option and continue, and then second I will pause there and then restart from the first. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Okay, did you understood? Now, the second example, which is Surah Al-Furqan and verse number 33, and Abdul Manan, you start from وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, and it is up to you whether how you proceed.
وقال الذين كفروا لولا نزل عليه القرآن جملة واحدة كذلك لنثبت به فؤادك ورتلناه ترتيلا.
Okay, good. Now, Isa, this is your turn. You just, you know, read the translation.
And those who disbelieve say, why was not the Quran revealed to him all at once? We have revealed it thus that we may strengthen thy heart therewith, and we have arranged it in the best form.
Okay, as I told you in the beginning, that in between the 2 symbols, option 1 and option 2, in Waqf al-Moanika, you know, the phrase or the word or the meaning will be not clear, will be unclear, ambiguous, and sometimes you see, you know, the sense is compromised. Now, in this way, وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَوْلَا نُزِّلَ عَلَيْهِ الْقُرْآنُ جُمْلَةً وَاحِدَةً, and it is up to here, and those who disbelieve say, why was not the Quran revealed to him all at once? Okay, and then the kadhalika, and kadhalika means likewise, thus. Okay, we have revealed it thus, because we have revealed it as a, you know, this is basically in italics to make us to understand the meaning. Otherwise, the word kadhalika is thus. Okay, if you say kadhalik, its meaning is not clear. So, if we take the first option, we continue from the next to the end, or if we say jumlatan wahidatan kadhalik, you stop there and say from kadhalika up to tartila. Okay. Now, Adil, I will ask you to recite and take the second option and then continue.
وقال الذين كفروا لولا نزل عليه القرآن جملة واحدة لنثبت به فؤادك ورتلناه ترتيلا.
Okay, good. So, next symbol is qaf, smaller qaf. Sometimes in the text of the Holy Quran, you can find a smaller qaf, a small qaf. The first example in the Holy Quran we can find in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2. Ulaika ala hudam min rabbihim, and small qaf is there. What is the meaning of this qaf? This is basically a shortened form, an abbreviation of the qila alayhi al-waqf. Qila alayhi al-waqf means it is said that here is the waqf, here is the stop, here is the pause. Okay? It is indicated, it is said that here is a waqf. Now, here the reciter may pause, but it is desirable to continue. If you start from ulaika, if you continue ulaika ala hudam min rabbihim wa ulaika humul muflihun, well and good. Now, it depends in which mode of in the recitation you are reciting the Holy Quran. If this is a murattal mode, which is a bit faster, okay, then you can start very easy, complete the whole verse, ulaika ala hudam min rabbihim up to wa ulaika humul muflihun. But if you are in a stretched mode, well, within the rules, but in a mujawwad style, okay, fully stretched, where the maximum length and the duration is applied to madda, the letters of prolongation, and also maximum length and duration is applied to assimilation, idgham. Okay, so let's start with Abdul Manan.
أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون.
Okay, now Isa, this is your turn. Give me the recitation and also the translation.
أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون.
Okay, so it means the reciter may pause, but it is desirable to continue. So you desire to continue. You did not stop. Okay, that's very good. Now give me the translation.
It is they who follow the guidance of their Lord, and it is they who shall prosper.
Now you see, it is they who follow the guidance of their Lord. A sense is complete, one sentence is complete, and the next is it is they who shall prosper, though it is very much connected with the previous statement, but this is at its own is an independent, meaningful sentence, though it is good to when we continue this one. Okay, good. Now the next example, I would ask Adil, you observe the waqf and give the full recitation. The next verse, which is verse number 239 of the same surah, Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2.
حافظوا على الصلوات والصلاة الوسطى وقوموا لله قانتين.
Okay, now you have to make a pause. Okay.
حافظوا على الصلوات والصلاة الوسطى وقوموا لله قانتين.
Okay, did you all understand about that? Qila alil waqf, smaller qaf. Okay, many examples. You can find many examples in the Holy Quran. Only because of the limited time, shortage of time, only a couple of examples are practiced. Now this is called qaf. Sometimes it is taken as a qif, but basically the right understanding and the meaning of this qaf is qad yuqafu alayh. Qaf stands for qad yuqafu alayh. Okay, it means that here waqf and pause is made. Pause is observed. The pause is allowed in need, however desirable to continue. if you are in need because of short of breath, or because of cough or some other some need, then you can stop. Otherwise, it is better to continue. Okay. Now here, for example, you say فَقَالَ لَهُمُ اللَّهُ مُوتُوا, and qaf is there, and the next ثُمَّ أَحْيَاهُمْ, and then ta is stop. Essential stop is there. Is a good, very good stop. Very desirable stop is ta, which waqf mutlaq is there. So after qaf, only 2 more words are there, and then you have a very, good stop. So it is a desire to continue and to have a to reach to the good stop. Otherwise, if you say فَقَالَ لَهُمُ اللَّهُ مُوتُوا, yes, the translation is clear, the meaning is clear, and then you say ثُمَّ أَحْيَاهُمْ, then the flow of meaning will be not so nice if you continue from فَقَالَ لَهُمُ اللَّهُ مُوتُوا ثُمَّ أَحْيَاهُمْ. Okay. Now I would ask Abdul Manan, you first stop on there حَذَرَ الْمَوْتِ, and then
ألم تر إلى الذين خرجوا من ديارهم وهم ألوف حذر الموت فقال لهم الله موتوا ثم أحياهم.
Okay, now you have you stopped on ahyahum, which is waqf mutlaq, is a good stop. Now for the sake of practice, because it is also a sign, so you can stop there فَقَالَ لَهُمُ اللَّهُ مُوتُوا, and then you can restart from فَقَالَ لَهُمُ اللَّهُ مُوتُوا ثُمَّ أَحْيَاهُم. Sometimes you make a stop to emphasize the meaning, and then you restart from the where you started, and you continue. Sometimes repetition is to reinforce the meaning, to emphasize, to stress upon the meaning. And sometimes repetition, like for example, there are 31 times repetition of فَبِيَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ in chapter 55, Surah Ar-Rahman. And that repetition, very beautiful in terms of emphasizing the meaning, asking again a question is being asked by Almighty Allah. And if we reflect upon the meaning, that is a very, very powerful, food for reflection and contemplation. Okay.
فقال لهم الله موتوا فقال لهم الله موتوا ثم أحياهم إن الله لذو فضل على الناس ولكن أكثر الناس لا يشكرون.
Okay, good. Another example in same chapter, chapter 2, verse 254, and this is the beginning of part 3. Now here, وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ مَقْتَتَلُوا, last couple of lines, last 2 lines, وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ مَقْتَتَلُوا, and there is a sign of qaf, قَدْ يُوقَفُ عَلَيْهِ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَفْعَلُ مَا يُرِيدُ. It is desirable to continue, but you may stop there. So it is up to you. We are not going to recite the whole verse because of limited time. Start from وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ مَقْتَتَلُوا. Make a stop or not stop, it's up to you. Adil, you can you?
ولو شاء الله ما اقتتلوا ولكن الله يفعل ما يريد.
Okay, Abdul Manan, you start from وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ up to مَا يُرِيد.
ولو شاء الله ما اقتتلوا ولكن الله يفعل ما يريد.
Okay, this is a good example as well with regards to the translation of the beginning of this one. تِلْكَ رُسُلُ فَضَّلْنَا بَعْضَهُمْ عَلَى بَعْضٍ. And there is a meme that is waqful lazim, compulsory stop there. But a note has been given in the English translation. It is very good for reflection in order to understand the pauses and the symbols. If we say tilka rusulu faddalna ba'dahum ala ba'dim minhum, and after, this meme which was after ba'din, if it is shifted after minhum, okay, then only after one word, the meaning will be more clear to us, okay. And to understand the science of the arguments presented by the promised Messiah ﷺ, that Allah did speak to every prophet and messenger, and this gift is continued. You see here the note is given. Isa, can you commentary? Yes.
This verse can be translated by placing a pause after the word
minhum. After badin, if you shift that one minhum, as I was saying, that this is reflecting upon the the message, the more clear message. Okay, continue.
And not before it.
Yes.
In this case, the translation is more easily readable and understandable, and would run as follows: These messengers of whom we have exalted some above others, Allah spoke to them and exalted some of them in degrees of rank.
Okay. So this means this is a suggestion. Okay. There are so many other examples in the Holy Quran, and inshallah, when time will come, I will let you know. Okay. Our next is Wakfa, and this stands for al-waqfu ma'a sakt. It means the waqfa is there, but good pause is there, but you are not allowed to break your breath. But sakt means a pause. Okay. In the previous examples, in the previous lessons, I told you about sakta. Okay. Like for example, kalla bal sakta and rana ala qulubihim. Okay. Here, what is the difference between a sakta and waqfa? Sakta is a shorter pause but without breaking breath, and waqfa is a longer pause but without breaking breath. You see, at the same time, but without breaking breath. Now, the good example we can find here in the Holy Quran is again in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse number 287. This is part of the verse, Rabbana la tu'akhidhna in nasina. I would ask you, if you start from wa'fu anna, make a longer stop there, you see, waqfa, not breaking the breath, but longer pause. Start.
وَاعْفُ عَنَّا وَاغْفِرْ لَنَا وَارْحَمْنَا أَنْتَ مَوْلَانَا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين.
You see here, wa'fu anna, basically this is a very good supplication, a request, a prayer, and in between we can offer the prayer for the forgiveness of Almighty Allah. For example, waghfir lana, inshallah ta'ala, in future lessons I am going to tell you about the certain responses on listening or reading certain verses of the Holy Quran, and this is one of the example. You may have heard many times when it is recited in the prayer, in tahajjud prayer, in the any congregational prayer, then the listeners or the the people who are offering the prayer in congregational in congregations, they say Ameen. Okay, wa'fu anna, they say a supplication that O Allah, efface our sins, and say Ameen. Waghfir lana, grant us forgiveness, and Ameen. Many other examples. And again, fansurna al qawmil kafirin, and Ameen is supplicated. Okay, so this is waqfa. So what is the difference between sakta and waqfa? Sakta, shorter pause without breaking breath. Waqfa, longer pause without breaking breath. And other, you have to break the breath. This is Saad, and it is murakhas, waqf murakhas. pause is allowed if needed, however desirable to continue. Okay? You see, most of the time it is desirable to continue. If you are in need, you can make a pause, make a stop. Otherwise, the beauty is to continue. Okay, now in this way, I would ask Adil, start from Allazi ja'ala lakum al-arda, and after say bina'an, make a stop or you continue.
الذي جعل لكم الأرض فراشا والسماء بناء وأنزل من السماء ماء فأخرج به من الثمرات رزقا لكم فلا تجعلوا لله أندادا وأنتم تعلمون.
Okay, when a person is given that option to stop, he should exercise that one. Otherwise, if you do not take the one option or one stop of waqf, you do not exercise your right to stop there and you continue, and sometimes the last verse, when you are approaching on the last phrases, last verse, then the voice may be trembled or is not fully articulated, okay, and the last words are compromised in terms of the flow of recitation. Okay, good effort. Now I would ask Abdul Manan if you could start from Ya Ayyuhallazina.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا ادخلوا في السلم كافة ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين.
Okay, this is sometime you can find in the text of the Holy Quran the small 3 letters Sad, Lam and Ya, Salah. It is called Salah and it stands for Al-Waslul Awla. It is more desirable to continue. And again you can find here that after Halalan Tayyiba in this verse 169, and Salah is there, and then is a Waqful Mujawwaz is below in that one. Now, though you can stop, but it is better to continue. Okay, Abdul Manan, you start.
يا أيها الناس كلوا مما في الأرض حلالا طيبا ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين.
Okay, another example, Isa, you try next example.
قل يا أهل الكتاب لم تكفرون بآيات الله والله شهيد على ما تعملون.
Okay, you see, though it is preferable to continue, but in time of need you are allowed to make a stop there. So why did you not stop there? Because you were lacking in the breath when you are approaching to the last, and especially also ala should be prolonged. So I would ask you again, start from qul and make a pause.
قل يا أهل الكتاب لم تكفرون بآيات الله والله شهيد على ما تعملون.
Good, well done. You see, stop is observed, meaning is clear, and nicely, you ended, last verse. Okay, good. So this is the conclusion of this Alamatul Waqf part 2, and inshallah this will continue, because this is very, very important. You see, after reciting the Holy Quran in flow, in continuous recitation, it is also very important how to make a stop, where to make a stop, and how to restart. Okay? So without this knowledge, the recitation, the tarteel is not complete. So this is the conclusion of lesson 45. Any question? No. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ورتل القرآن ترتيلا